Hey guys, today I got something from Archon Studio, so let's open it up. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty big box, and it's a little patchy, and that's because there's a few different things in here, so I don't even know how necessarily to open this up. I guess we'll start here. And go from, you know, I might just be able to rip it. So I've been in contact with Archon Studio for some time now. I actually backed their Chronicle X game, but it was before I was covering Kickstarters, sadly, so I didn't really give them the coverage I normally would have, but I will try my best to do as much as I can. My goodness. Okay, this is like 3 different boxes in one. Oh, this is... Alright, hold on. Or maybe. There we are. As you guys know, I am a professional unboxer anyway, and so getting items like this really challenge my expertise in video making here. That being said, if you're gonna ship something, this is actually a pretty good way to do it. Oh man, the suspense. What could it be? Oh, not quite. 1 box. Alright. Put that to the side. So I unearth these. This is not dangerous at all. These other ones. Ah, it's just one more. Alright. Okay. Put that knife down. Somebody gets hurt. And there we are. Alright. So let's go on and do the small box first. Let's do that. Alright, so yeah, that looks pretty in focus. I apologize if it's not. I'm looking at it right now. It looks in focus to me. Cut a few more items here. Okay, I think that's probably good. Let me cut this. Whoa, whoa. Ah! Well, look at that, guys. See, this is what you don't want to happen while you're filming an unboxing video. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, right? There we are. Alright. Alright. This is why you should use, like, scissors or something. See, now it's not even tightening. Guys, I think I really broke it. Got it. Never mind. Just kidding. Alright. Back in business. I was like, what was that? Okay, I should probably be careful cutting this, huh? I should probably be careful. Alright. Okay, gonna leave that alone. Put away the knife. And let's find out what's in box number 1. Oh. Okay, so as you can see, we have some Vanguard of War. We have Madness expansion. 2 of these. I'm not sure why exactly I need 2 of these. I will look into it. I wonder if they're separate or not. We'll set those to the side. So Archon Studio has been pretty busy. They've made Vanguard of War, they've made Load, then they did Reloaded. They've done Empire of Men, I believe is one. Looks very cool. They did Chronicle X. Looks very, very neat. I'm a full backer on that one. Really, their miniatures are stellar quality, and they always do like video game themed stuff here. Alright, so this is step 1 here. This is Chronicle X miniatures. So here is the Annihilator. Right, and then we have, oh, we got a whole bunch here. Just got some normal bad guys. We have, let's see, who else am I looking for? I'm looking for, yeah, Pentagon. Here's Pentagon here. So let's look at these real quick. Oh, this one's heavy. Alright, whole bunch in there. Arrived safely, that's good. See, I'm not even sure. Is there a guy in here? No, no guy. Just, I believe a spot for them. Interesting. Oh, take a look at that. Move the box. Alright, so on this, go in and take this Annihilator out. This is the big one you want to see, right? Is the big guy. Oh, how do you even get him out of here? Alright, now this is amazing. So they have kind of a Unicast technology where this is not pieces, right? So this is, let me actually live zoom in here. Focus. There you are. This is not glued together, and instead actually just made. And so I am not seeing any mold lines whatsoever. This is completely, I don't need to trim it. I don't need to do any of that. Very cool. That's an interesting bottom of the base. But you know, they added the base here. This is really, sorry, I'm just taking a look at it. Really, really good quality. So there's a little alien guy in there, right? This is almost like a Warhammer 40k Dreadnought, right? Where they have a little guy, but he's not like in a coffin or anything. And he's just powering this like huge beastly thing. I mean, this is a tire, right? So this thing's huge, right? If we compare it to the Pentagon, aha, I got it here. Oh, I forget, is that Max? I forget his name. He was a cool addition. And so all the heroes, by the way, are going to be blue. That was one of the updates they did. So here's Pentagon, right? He is a alien that has converted to, and he looks pretty cool. He's got his little cigar smoke and his Tommy gun out. So as you can see, the size difference here, you can compare the heads, right? So correctly scaled is just massive. This is frightening, frightening stuff. I love the storm drain going on there. You actually paint, and that's cool. That's cool. All right, let's look at a few of these. I'm just gonna be throwing bags everywhere. Here's another one of the aliens. This was see, their names are all made up, and so I can't remember it. I believe this started with a D, like Devori or something like that. Either way, the tail going down there, all the way down, like his spine tail. Very, very cool. Very nasty. And again, the textured base. See, there's like body parts here. You see like a severed leg and just nastiness. All right, let's take a look at one of the heroes here. Again, I do apologize about the names. You guys might be able to look it up, or maybe you remember it better than me. Very, very nice. So he, again, the basing's always cool. He's got a chain and the texture. Fantastic, fantastic. I like the thickness of the base is very thin and then built up, which is kind of interesting. I'm not used to that. Very, very cool here. All right, then we have, this was not the Great Overlord, Master, something like that. Either way, there were 3 different ones, and this is a cool one. I liked him because he's floating, so he's actually attached to this canister here. They had another one that I think wasn't, but as he got like the rocks floating and everything, he will look very, very cool painted. Very neat. Looks like there's some mess up there, but again, these are early, so who knows? I'm sure they will improve on that. I'm pretty much positive they will. And then we got the other poses of that kind of guy, so we got all 3 of them there. So let's go and move these aside and dig into the Vanguard of War. Alright, so here we have Vanguard of War, and this, I believe, is pretty much everything, which is exciting, because I don't think this game got as much love as it deserved. This came out before I even got on Kickstarter, sadly, or I would have been a part of it, so I hope they do something else with it in the future, as it's a very cool IP, and a very interesting idea that I'm surprised didn't really make it into the board game sooner, kind of that just that genre is very interesting. But when it comes to this, I like that they just use the extra parts here to kind of ship it. That's smart. The kind of the trimmed part here. All right, we will get into all of this, I promise. Just getting it all out of the box first. Anyway, oh my gosh, this is heavy. Ugh. And a small box, I like that. Though there's a lot more here too. All right, I'll put it down there. And there's another box in here, so excuse me, I'll get that out. Alright, so anyway, this was before I got really into backing Kickstarter, and I didn't really follow everything super close, but first of all, man, look at that art. That is some nasty stuff here. That's crazy. Alright, let's go and open this main box up. But I was aware of it, if that makes sense. And I'll see this art. Oh, these just fall right out. Look at that. Fantastic art. That is, I love the art style there. And it's on card. It's on cardstock. It's not like a you know, like a normal card like you would shuffle, which is very, this is like thick too. I'm sure you can hear that. Very thick. Look, go purple, red, right? 4 HP. I believe this is when you change, but perhaps not. Okay. Well, again, haven't read the rules yet, but I will. And I'll be sure to let you guys know what I think. Because I'm sure they'll revisit this at some point. Very nice. Again, it's a punch card. A little bit of tags, but nothing abnormal here. That is off-center. Interesting. I imagine that's on purpose. And again, I don't know what any of these do. So a whole bunch of different tokens and stuff here. Let's move this off some more. We got some more here. Oh, I love this bug guy. This hero here. I'm not gonna pronounce his name here. Lieutenant Zikarik. Okay, see, I did anyway. Well, I mean, I didn't, but anyway, it looks like you level up or something here. Lots of interesting stuff. That goes to him too. I love the gloss. Normally, I don't like gloss and I prefer matte, but this kind of shininess is very nice. Look at this. Okay, so this is a board. I'm gonna pull this out just real quick. Not too large, which I like. Coming from Rising Sun, which beautiful board on Rising Sun, but it's huge. My table does not really support it very well. That is nice looking though, very clean. Again, same art style from character art to the board. Tons of tokens. And look at that, we finally get to the rulebook. Normally the rulebook's like really, really on top, but this is right up front. Very cool art. Lots of detail here. This is going to be a good read. Hopefully this means that the rulebook is written well. I know they've been working on like translations and whatnot for this, and so I imagine that's a lot of work there. And look at this. This is nice. Look at the storage here. Fantasy Flight, take note, right? In fact, most of the retail companies here take note on how you properly store miniatures. Now, and again, this is an extreme case. This is Archon Studio going all out when it comes to, you see the picture here? Here, let me pull this up. When it comes to storage of these, they have the picture of the miniature right there, so you know exactly where everything goes. Fantastic idea. And these miniatures, let me pull it out up here again real quick for you, is absolutely amazing quality. Again, same kind of, base, a little skinny base, and then a whole bunch built on top. I mean, look at this dude. This dude is like screaming. I can imagine him shooting this gun and this gun at the same time. The detail is stellar. I'm really impressed with this. This guy has a gun turret on his back. The squid dude with, why not? All right. Anyway, tons and tons of guys here. Tons of different kinds here. Look at this guy here. Mr. Squid Arm Two-Face +2 arm guy, dude, person, like half robot. He is everywhere. Okay, see? Fits in a certain way. Let's check these guys out. Alright, again, another pose. Looks like probably the same unit as an alternate here. And they swapped tentacle arms. It's important not to have just your right hand tentacle arm. Your right and left. Alright, let's see if I can pull this out. Oh, wait, we got more cards here. Tiny dice. And more cards. This looks like the spawn cards for the enemies. And is that it? Is that it? Is there more? Is there more? There is more. Alright. I figured. So we haven't gotten to the heroes. Oh, look at this dude. So this guy is on a base. It's just really tiny. And he covers up the entire base. Interesting. Very... Oh, look, he's got armor and... Oh, he's got little tiny guys. It's a hitch and a ride. Not like leeches. Oh, look at this guy. He's like gunning this other gun here. Wow. Okay, that is different. So here's some of the heroes here. Like here's a bug guy. He will be fun painting. I love painting green anyway. And highlighting green I think always looks really, really cool. Again, the skinny bases are very interesting. I'm not used to that. But these are quality miniatures. This is This is amazing stuff here. How does he go in? It's like a puzzle. All right, let's see here. Let's take out this sorceress lady. Very, very cool here. She's got like the kind of purity seal tassels kind of stuff in a giant book, and again, her mouth open with her fist clenched. Look at the detail on that hand. So this is, I forget the term, I guess a true scale, where the hands and face are not exaggerated, so very tiny hands. And a lot of stuff, including Warhammer, they exaggerate the size of the hands and faces, which works, and you can get a lot of detail out of that, right? And it's very easy to do, but technically it's not proportionate. So this guy's very proportionate anyway. He's like ripping up a gear. Wow. Old dude he's got like an arm giving him a cigar. Why not? Why not? Alright, let's do one more and then dig into some of these other ones. How did he go in? Let's look at the other hero here. Oh, this guy is like classic. Like, he looks like a bad guy with his armor. You know, his kind of like chaos devil kind of stuff here. But lots of robotics and stuff here. But you gotta have a cape even if you're a robot. This is how that works. Alright, so that is most of that. We're gonna set this aside. Alright, so now we are into expansions here. And this is probably Kickstarter exclusive stuff. Based off the box would be my assumption, but perhaps not. Perhaps it's just an easy way to store it. So we got some additional tokens here. These are interesting because they're quite skinny, but they're a different kind of cardstock that are pretty rigid. Very interesting. I wish a lot of player boards were like this. A lot of times they make player boards skinny, but they're really flimsy and you can bend them, and this doesn't really bend. Alright, custom modes. Just a quick leaflet. Oh, yeah, this is where you can custom make these. These were part of the Kickstarter, where you can essentially create your own. Yeah, so that you give all of these, and you can really just kind of make your own. And tower defense, are they considered lanes? I don't know how they're considered here. Looks like we probably have a plastic upgrade token things of some kind, or objective points, along with a whole bunch of cards, and character cards, and whatnot. I'm going to leave those in there very sloppily. This, I believe, is this the central area you're trying to defend? The church or whatever? I don't know. Very cool, though. Oh, he's like covering up something else. He was covering up. Is this 2 layers again? No, it's just extra deep, I think. Yep. All the way. Oh, I'm going to get it, guys. Professional unboxer here. Wow. Ugh. Got him. Oh, totally worth it, though. Look at that dude's shield. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Ah, he's got a chainsword. Oh, let me zoom in for you guys. All right, there you go. You can see the customary chainsword, very differently styled though here. And then of course this really cool shield I was talking about. And he's got like a robotic cape. Anyway, a very cool guy. I'm digging that. I love the scroll work here, or the like scroll on his base here. Very interesting. Right, let's put him back. I'm just gonna stick him like this because I can't see quite directly over it. I don't want to ruin anything. This guy's in a. Oh, these are in a bag. That's why there was a group of them. These are like looks like a token upgrade of some kind. So see, like here's a turret. You can see the turret here, and what are these? Are pylons or something? A fist? Why not? Maybe a first player token here or something. Not sure what those are. I do apologize for that. Some of these are just. Oh, come on. Oh wait, this is. I think I know what this one is. These are hard to get out. If there's an easier way. Yeah, so this is from Relic Knights. I forget, or at least it's a Relic Knights crossover. I forget what her name was. I mean, because I've never played Relic Knights. So the miniatures do look really good there too. So she's got like this power fist thing or whatever, and this giant gun. She's brightly colored, has this kind of silly hat going on here, which is fun. She had like a little squirrel person or something with her, I believe. Oh, some of these are so hard. I'll get some of the bigger ones out. Very cool. Look at that. So she, again, the pose here is just magnificent when it comes to, you know, just her robe flowing out everywhere with the basing already done and her arm kind of outstretched. Very cool. Her eyes are covered there. Interesting. All right, let's get into some of these big ones here. Why not? Oh man, yeah, look at this. This is like the werewolf. I believe it's W-A-R-E or something like that. See, I love wolves anyway. And the fur texture is very nice. It reminds me of the panda from Rising Sun, where it looks much better painted than it does gray, in my opinion. Though I think the head looks great either way. Very cool. Why not have a werewolf with giant turrets on there? Very interesting. I dig that. We got, oh, who is this? Oh. Look at the pose on that. See, these dynamic poses are very well, very, very good. I've been pretty pleased with all this. Yeah, that cape right there onto the kind of hammer, the gigantic hammer this guy has, is pretty neat. He's got like this like lion theme going on in his armor. But the looks of it, and this is really interesting scales. Very cool. Oh man, to see the sword is like poking me. Love the basing on him. Oh, this alien, this guy. A little bit of clippage here by the looks of it. So you'd need to kind of green stuff this, but you know that's okay. It's okay, and this actually does look like it is separate pieces. That looks glued there. But, man, this detail, like him on this rock as he's like grabbing the rock. You know, when you control the basing, well, you take that ability away to kind of custom base, you're given a lot more freedom when it comes to poses, right? When it comes to actually look at this dude. This is the lobotomizer, if I remember. It was a crossover with lobotomy and something else. I don't know. I'm like dragging this person. They're just like grabbing onto this rock, like, not me. That is awesome. That is messed up in a very cool way. And then we have a whole bunch of extra enemies by the looks of it. Perhaps this was the werewolf. I don't know. He doesn't look friendly though. Lots of skulls, lots of skulls. Digging the skulls. Very, very cool. Let's get some of these other guys here. Ah, okay, same one there. This one's different, I know he is. Lot of fun there, that's cool. Kind of reminds me of the guy from Chronicle X, doesn't it? A little bit. A little bit. How did this guy go? Go like that? Go like that? That shows him. It shows him. Alright, he's just going to hang out there for now. Alright, so that looks like to be the Kickstarter exclusives there. Or at least expanded parts here. I'm going to store this real quick, and we will get into the last few expansions, and I'll wrap up. Alright, so let's go and start with the big one, huh? This is the Fallen expansion. Now, I remember when I was looking at this, that I was kind of sad that even if, let's say they went retail, that I wouldn't necessarily even be able to get all of these. And some of these looked really cool, like the leader of this guy looked really cool to me at the time. In fact, that's him right there. Again, these cards are great. You know what? I haven't taken any of the cards out. Let me take these out real quick and just kind of see, you know, because they're stacked here. The quality. Okay, so they are fairly thin. They're not that same kind of... they're fine for board game cards, though, because you're not, like, shuffling. And in fact, it's kind of glossy. They slide on a table really well. I do always appreciate this. Sometimes you get that card you can't grab off the table. But pretty skinny. You could probably sleeve them, though. Let's see, either of these. They're a little bit more square than I'm used to. Not sure. Not an expert on card sizes. You know, there's like the European tarot and, you know, all that kind of weird stuff I don't know about. It's not Magic the Gathering size. That's all I know. Alright, so we'll keep that kind of here. Yeah, look at this guy. Oh, he is way bigger than I thought he was going to be. Look at him. Or her. Look at her. That is... She's got like crows and skulls like biting bones, and another bird here, a sweet staff, and like this undead. Again, I saw this and I was like, this is so cool. Their miniature design is like crazy cool. It kind of reminds me of like a World of Warcraft kind of style, or like a League of Legends or something like that, where it's detailed, but it's also not cartoony, but I guess slightly simplified in a very interesting way. I always appreciate a game that can really keep its theme and art unique. So here's kind of the minions of some kind that I guess she's leading, or I don't know quite how that works. An interesting base. Looks like he's literally almost broken this wood here. The texture on that wood, I don't know if you can quite see that or not, is impressive. Very impressive. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Nice. Oh, he's got like more arms. There's a lot of arms in this game. And that's what I've noticed. Alright, so they've kind of shifted, or I shifted them, or not sure quite what's going on there. But I'm going to move them aside because we need to make room for the darkness expansion here. Take the sleeve off. And I got a whole bunch more. Oh, jostled in shipping here. That's alright. Look at this guy. That is a sweet miniature. Look at I'm holding it by this dude trying to I love these little guys that keep adding on here. Like the lobotomizer one in this. That's great. That's cool. Dig his like his hair and his super textured wings. That's like almost nasty. He's a cool guy. I dig that. Looks like a little bit of stuff you need to trim here. This is an interesting plastic too. It's quite hard. Reminds me a lot of resin. Just how brittle it is. Don't quite know if it is. I don't have enough experience in that. I apologize for different plastics. And you can use so many different mixes here. Maybe it's this ABS. Love the rocks here. Again, very cool poses. I do dig that. Seems kind of small here. I'm not quite sure. Let me take a Rising Sun miniature to compare. That's probably about right, because he's all like bent over, right? So if he was standing up, I feel he'd be actually a little bit taller than her. This is a witch lady from Rising Sun. Alright, interesting. Okay. Put them down. I think that's, yeah, you just get essentially 2 unique sculpts per, and then the cards you need as well. Alright, so next up, this is going to get messy here. Chaos expansion. Try and stay a little organized. Perhaps. Yeah, just throw stuff everywhere. Chaos Knight. Okay, I remember seeing him. He's very spiky. Very, very spiky. I mean, like, okay, you know how in Hate from Cool Mini or Not there's tons of skulls? In this one, it's tons of spikes for this guy. He took the same kind of like, oh, it's even coming out of his mouth, like, and his blade, and just everywhere. A very uniquely designed. I'm not a huge fan of like all the spikes. I like the ones in his face and on his sword the most, though, for sure. Very cool guy. And we got again, I don't know, for some reason I love shields, but these are like super high fantasy kind of styled shields. Look at the texture inlaid in there. That'll come out in a wash really nice, and all the skulls on it. He's got like, the hair drooping down like onto his like weapon here. Very, very cool miniatures indeed. And we have 2 Madness expansions here. Guess you can double up on these. I just threw in another one. Getting a little ignorant of the rules. Maybe there's just like when you go to fast food and they give you an extra burger. Fear walls. Oh, these are like these weird, like, I don't know. They just look like exploding little guys, sort of. You can just kind of clamp down as they're like almost pulling up this. Like, the ground here is never just flat and nice and simple, which I do dig. I'm really glad they were able to control that. Same kind of wings as that other guy. So they kind of match thematically with that. And what is this? That's his tail wrapped completely around. Oh, he's just going to drag that thing like... Maybe he's getting married. Maybe that's like... Oh, he's like grabbing a skull with his like bottom wing things. Nasty. These are like individually posable hands. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Very unique. I dig it. Kind of Vampire Hunter-esque. Alright, anyway guys, that is Vanguard of War. You saw a bit of the Chronicle X miniatures. I'm going to go ahead and paint the Chronicle X miniatures first, because they are currently having late pledges open right now. So I will leave a link to their Kickstarter in the comments below for their Chronicle X. Again, Chronicle X was these guys here like this. So if you're interested in backing this game, it's very much an XCOM game. If you've played the video game XCOM, you might be interested in these. It's very much an alien invaders taking over. Your secret agents need to fight them, but lots of cool stretch goals and stuff and interesting miniatures like this. So that's in the description below. Again, I'm a full backer of that, so that will be featured on the channel as well as this Vanguard of War now. And anyway, guys, thanks for watching.